Welcome, everybody.
Howdy,
How you
howdy.
doing, Dar?
Good, good morning.
Good to see you this morning.
This is a morning episode.
Morning episode here at Valley
Got the
Vibes.
cup of Joe, the energy drink.
What do we got? Number 12?
Number 12.
What are you
Cheers.
drinking today?
TB12.
Yeah, coffee?
Little coffee from Columbia,
I'm
from
going
Sylvia.
with my old reliable. This is the best one. Whoever is at QT, thanks for stocking back up. Although you did raise the price $1 or something, I'm okay with it. And
What's your favorite energy drink?
yeah, this is the best one. If you're out there, I would love to for sponsorship. QT, I think me and the Amazon drivers knock them out because there's only 2 of them now. They used to have 7 flavors.
Okay.
Now they have just cherry and
lime,
like mango.
Cherry limeade.
And I think it's got to be up there on the Amazon driver list.
Oh yeah.
Over the one on Gilbert and Jermaine, there's a QT.
Okay, yeah.
And they crush
those.
Yeah, you have to get lucky
Huh.
to get them. And recently, I've been getting lucky because they were out for like a month.
Okay.
So then I went to the Alani.
There's so many. Those are good. There's so many energy drinks, so I don't know. Like, I never know which one to get. I tried a new one called Bum Energy Drink, and it has like root beer flavor, Coca-Cola flavor. It's pretty good, but I don't know. They're all kind of similar, I feel like.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay, this is crazy about energy drinks. We'll get on to something crazier. But Coke, I recently had a big family party at the house, and I drank a Coke for like the first time, like the old fashioned out of a can Coke, and that thing jacked me up.
Oh, really? Huh.
Like I was like, there must be something different.
You were buzzing, yeah.
I was buzzing, and then we had another energy drink thing. I'll get in trouble for this one, but we had all the family over for.
Condolences to you and Darina for Darina's dad passed away. So yes.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah. Sorry to hear about that. Obviously, I know you guys been dealing with that for a while.
But. Yeah, that was rough. But the after party where the kids were, I had some Alani's in like the mix of drinks, and the kids found them.
Those are like the natural energy ones, right?
I don't know that they're natural, but they should definitely not be with little kids.
Yeah.
And we caught them like trying to steal them and take them and stuff, and we found empty ones around the house.
Yeah.
I had to tell their parents that, hey, sorry if they couldn't sleep because they might have.
Little Johnny's into the Alani.
Little Luca and Koa and them were into the energy drink, so it was pretty cool. That part of it was nice.
We got a Chandler Wolf's right here behind us.
Oh, that is cool. It doesn't match your jersey pretty good. Nice. That is cool. So yeah, we had a little energy drink buzz. So if you're out there and you need an energy drink promotion, give me a call. I do drink them. If they're good, I'll put them on.
Nice.
Right
cool.
On.
Hell yeah.
What you got going on recently, Doc?
Well, I got 1 week until Whitney's due with the twins.
1 week?
1 week. Yeah, they moved her due day up, scheduled C-section.
All right.
So they moved it up. She's doing good. She's at home resting. Went like on our final kidless date night last night.
Okay. Awesome.
With no babysitter. So we went out last night, and that was fun. But she's just resting. We've had a couple like false alarms at the hospitals the last couple Thursdays, but hopefully she makes it till Wednesday, and everything goes well.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, so it's getting ready for that, excited, and getting the house ready and the bags packed for the hospital. And
so you have all like the baby strollers and the baby car seats.
She's on it, man. She's got the car seats, the strollers. I got to put the car seats in the car, but
I heard that's a bigger deal now. We used to kind of just like throw them in and like put one little thing through the back. There's like a hole in the bottom.
Yeah.
And there was like this thing, you kind of heard about it, that you have to like hook up to the top now.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
They've got the little latches down low, but man, I had kids 20 years ago, give or take, but it's crazy now. We had baby monitors back then. Now you got a camera and an app for each kid above the crib, and she's like, get this app and get that app, and obviously technology's changed a lot in 20 years, so it's for the better. So it's cool, different but cool. So yeah, we're excited.
That is going to be kind of cool. We'll have to have a couple pods, like on like the 3-month mark, like 6-month mark, and just ask like,
maybe I can bring them on.
What was the difference of doing it in 2 different time frames, basically.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's cool.
Man. Even the baby's name, there's an app called Kinder, like Tinder, but Kinder.
Okay.
So you and me and Whitney get it, and you swipe on the names you like and the ones you don't, and it matches them up. So didn't actually work for us, but
so you use that to try to find
names. We had the boy's name picked out, so I have a Jackson. I got a Caleb and a Jackson. That's why I'm wearing the Bo Jackson today.
Okay.
For the boys, I like Jackson's name. Bo Jackson was my favorite athlete, baseball, football
Dude, he
player
was
back in the
badass.
day. Yeah, so I love the name Jackson for Jackson, and but yeah, we have Wyatt Wall for the boy, and
All right, I
the
love
girl,
it.
the girl one, we have a couple picked out. Probably got one, but I'm gonna keep it a surprise, you know. But Wyatt
Awesome.
Wall,
I love
Wyatt
it.
Earp, not Wyatt Earp, but Wyatt Wall.
Awesome, dude. Wyatt, I love that name. WW.
It's a cool name. It's a good Arizona name, you know.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So like the day of that, when it all goes down, is it like a morning thing where
It's early. I think it's a 5:30 a.m. You get there, you check in, and she has to quit eating and drinking, fasting, and
okay? So
schedule the C-section.
so by the time most of us are up on Wednesday
I'll probably
of
have
next week,
couple
you'll have a
babies.
couple.
Yeah,
We need some more babies.
More babies.
I love it, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's crazy because it used to feel so far off in the distance, and now
it's like right here.
right here. staring
Isn't
me
that
in my
always
face.
crazy when you think about it? Like you got something in the distance, and you're like,
Yeah,
around the corner, you're going to be driving one day, and you're going to leave your driveway, and it's going to be to go to the hospital,
yeah.
and it's going to be then when you come back, it's going to be with.
It's going to
Too
be
big. That is
be
so
real. Be feel real then. Yeah.
That is so cool, dude.
Yeah,
There's something about the energy of life,
right,
and
for sure.
and in the family last week when we saw the unfortunate passing of one side of it, and then you also see all the life on the other side. It's there to balance us, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
To help you, get through life, and to the young gives you the energy, and the old gives you the wisdom.
The wisdom, yeah,
and
absolutely.
Then you put them together, and it's like it's a really cool environment. I had a lot of good conversations with a lot of uncles and some of Mike's friends last week.
Good stuff.
And it was
good stories,
and then good stories.
Yeah,
and then we're looking through the pictures.
Yeah.
The pictures of that time of your life. So take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Make sure you take pictures and videos, and I'm sure I know it sounds silly to remind you, but we're going through the things, and I'm snapping pictures of all over the place now, of like just pictures I want to have. I'm like the king of like action photos. Like you might see me just trying to find like the action photo. I don't like the posed photos. I like the ones that are
like the raw,
like
when they're not looking.
We were at right after the memorial services, then we had another day of family services, and then it was on to the birthday parties. We had the Mexican side of our family, we had a huge birthday party, and it was really cool to see all the kids and all the life.
Yeah.
And I was like, Target's to have birthday parties again.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. I was telling you, I've been going through my storage unit here at the office and all these bins, and I'm reading letters. My grandpa passed away when I was in college. I'm reading letters from him, from aunts and uncles and relatives, and from when I was born to through my whole life, through school, high school, college, graduation, the boys, Caleb and Jackson, when they were born. I mean, there's old pictures of you and I in junior high, and it's just like nostalgia. It's like so crazy. And I'm kind of a little bit of a background. I mean, I've kept Christmas cards and wedding invitations and college graduation invitations in high school.
Wow.
And I'm taking pictures of stuff and sending it to people. And some of it I'm saving, but some of it I'm throwing away.
Yeah,
but
it's digital now.
It's all digital now, which is kind of good and bad. But so much stuff like in memories. It was a crazy. My whole weekend, Saturday, Sunday, was all day going through these bins in my house.
Yeah, Doreen and I had a day similar like that too, when we were looking for pictures.
It's so wild.
And going through the different life events, and
it's
kind of weird. Like now we have like Facebook memories.
Yeah.
And like that is the new opening up. Oh, I forgot I put that there.
Yeah.
Because like Google will send me pictures of like this day or this week for like the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I think it's not 20 years. It's like 2010. I think I started my Google.
Yeah.
So it's got 15 years worth of what happened on the first week of April.
Yeah.
And it'll send you that picture.
Yeah.
But when you don't have, 2010, so anything in my life prior to that, it's in a box.
Yeah. It's in the boxes. You put them in a box, you put them wherever you put them, in your basement, your closet, your storage unit, and then you kind of forget about them. So it was kind of good to go through these. But it's like, you don't know what to do with all this stuff. Like I want to keep it, but I kind of don't. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, just take videos of it. Keep some of it. Take a video picture of it. Go, take do stuff like that. I think it would be cool.
So lots of memories, and it's crazy because a lot of the friends from the 80s that I grew up with, I'm still talk to.
I mean,
you and
it's
it's nuts, man. Yeah.
every
mind
once
blowing.
every once in a while I'll stumble upon those pictures of our trip to Vegas.
Yeah, that
You
was
know,
in there.
that
There
was
was some of that.
there
in
was
there.
some of that stuff in there. And
Yeah,
then
we all turned 21. We went to
went
Vegas.
to Vegas, and that was a great time.
That
And
was
then I've
fun.
seen some of the. I think you went on. I didn't go on it, but I've seen pictures recently of the cruise
Uh-huh.
that you guys took right after when you guys
Those
graduated.
came up. Yeah,
Saw
those-
some cool pictures there.
yeah.
Jarena had some pictures of a prom that I didn't go to. That there was a lot of cool people in that we found,
I had
and that
some
was
old prom pictures that came up
Yeah,
too.
that was-
I
that
was
was pretty
texting
cool.
those out, and
I liked
Sure.
seeing those and
yeah,
checking out how crazy
it's wild, man.
How-
It's a trip.
I got to think like the hotel parties and stuff that people had.
Yeah. Shady Lanes.
And people actually had cameras and they were taking them. That's what I can't. I mean, then they wouldn't know what was on it. They would just take the camera and just move on.
And develop it later. Then you didn't know what was going to turn
That was
out
so
and how
cool.
and what. Yeah, you couldn't edit it, and there's no filters, and
So a lot of those pictures that you find in those bins,
yeah,
those are like the gold because there's probably for every one good picture, there's 5
Yeah,
that were
bad
like,
ones, yeah.
that would thumb in it or
Yeah.
fuzzy or
yeah. And you,
no
you only
one's
had like
looking.
24 pictures on a roll of. You only have 24. and
Only
then you
got
had
4
to
left,
reload.
guys.
Yeah. So it was a whole thing,
That was cool. That
Yeah.
was cool. So now after the babies come, do you have like your schedule you can kind of figured out yet, or is it just
Gonna kind of wing it and play it by ear. I mean, I'm gonna for work stuff or
Mhm, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna delegate as much as I can. I've got things scheduled. I've got some leaning on some team members.
Okay, cool.
So thank you, the team, and leaning on you to help me run
Yeah,
some
yeah.
boot camps and
we got some good meetings coming up? And
yeah.
so that was kind of where I was going with it. So
yeah.
I'll be taking over some of those weekly meetings for
Yes,
you for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And then there's going to be some exciting times coming up
Yeah.
in the middle of this. I mean, babies and
Yeah.
I mean, what have you been seeing in your real estate business? Because
Real estate's been a roller coaster, man.
It has
It's
been.
I mean, interest rates aside, like that's a whole roller coaster, as you know. It's the stock market and the rates and this and that, but the market and the listings and the buyers. I mean, I've been surprised. I've been all over the valley, like not just East Valley. I've been up North Scottsdale, Carefree, Cave Creek, Rio Verde, with buyers and sellers. And
you got that. You've been as far north as like 60 miles that way and 60 miles that way.
Yeah.
It's like 100 and
I put
it's
some
like
miles on.
120 miles between listings.
Oh
like,
yeah, Gold
like-
Canyon to
Florence.
Rio
almost.
Verde. Yeah, I'm putting miles on
And we got
on the tundra right now.
I mean, you could literally go like 60 miles that way now,
Yeah.
60 miles that way now,
I
and
mean-
60 miles that way.
I'm going to places in the valley I've never been. Surprised off the 303 by Out of Africa Park. There's a beautiful like Toll Brothers master plan community out there called Sterling Grove.
Okay.
Golf course and clubhouse and pool. Like the resort, the golf course is like a resort. Like there's
That's
a
cool.
restaurant, a bar. You feel like you're at a hotel.
Would you think that the new and up and coming communities are like, what grade would you give like maybe the 3 newest communities that you've gone to? Like, do you think they're exceeding expectations, or is it like just barely getting above where it should be, or are these like
They're exceeding and this isn't just that one. There's one in Apache Junction called Radiance, but there's several of them all over the place. But they're accommodating their residents. They want to give them more than just, okay, here's a park, but
Right.
you've got a clubhouse with a gym, and you've got like a resort style pool and restaurant. So they're giving them more amenities.
So it's almost like a mix between a condo and the old school HOA, where the old school HOA just gave you the park and the little plastic jungle gym with maybe a Ramada for a barbecue.
Yeah, maybe a sport court, but now they're giving you more. They're
giving
catering to that, and like, hey, you don't need to put a pool in. We're going to give you a pool. Your HOA
I kinda
is
like that.
Yeah.
I-
So it is cool. Yeah.
I like the whole.
And it's for entry level homes and higher end homes. I mean, we're talking DR Hortons to Toll Brothers. So
Really?
yeah. So it's more of like the country club style that you've seen it like at Seville and whatnot.
And How's the HOA price per month? Have you been
The
up
DR Horton was only $99 a month. Yeah, the Toll Brothers was more because it's
Toll
Toll Brothers and the amenities were nicer, but
It's homeowners.
but still, I mean, you're getting
$99.
you're getting a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, social stuff and golf and rec. There's pickleball courts and tennis and
So the developer or the builder put in more infrastructure
Yeah.
and then didn't necessarily because like if my HOA decided all of a sudden put in a pickleball court, we would all get hit with like
Special
probably
assessment.
like a $250 special assessment or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Where the builders are just go ahead and putting
They're
those
just
things
putting
in.
it in, building
That's
it in.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. It's super nice. So if
I
you
like
guys want info on that, let me know. They're all over the valley. Not just the ones I mentioned. They're all over the place. Yeah. Super nice.
And again, what's the number one thing? They gotta go in with you, right?
They got to come in with me. I got to register you in there first time, your first visit.
Yeah, so make sure you hit up Dar before you go check them out.
Yes, they get a little weird about that.
They get a little weird. They want to make sure that
But,
Darwin was doing the right things by them all, and
Yeah.
it's just paperwork. But for the most part, you do want to take
on the first visit.
somebody
Yeah,
with
because you don't know how many times people don't know this. The client goes in to mine or a friend, and hey, we went in. They don't know,
Yeah,
and they have it posted on the door, but nobody reads it, and they walk in, and it's like, oh, sorry, you weren't with them. But it's like, well, hey, I've been working with them for 6 months. No, sorry, you're out. So
yeah, and
yeah,
it seems like you might not need one, but there's a lot of things that come up in real estate that
Yeah, we
all
do.
of a sudden,
Yeah.
What? Like how?
Yeah, I mean, you could negotiate on new builds.
Mhm.
Number one, which a lot of people don't realize that. Like I've gotten clients as their appliances and their closing costs paid and money off the house price, but also the home inspection and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And to watch the home through the whole build process. you
Yeah,
know?
and make sure you're not getting lost in the sauce with the builder.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're going to take care of those squeaky wheels. So if
Yeah,
you
because
got
everyone you
someone
deal
else,
with there works for the builder. The
Mhm.
sales rep, the superintendent, they all work for the builder.
you don't have anybody representing you. They have nobody unless they they have.
Yeah, they got me, then you're covered.
That makes sense. Yeah, and as far as the rates go, they've been, but they haven't really moved.
No.
I mean, they're up a little bit,
What are they
but
at
then they were
today?
down to they're right around 7.
So, yeah, okay.
It's been that's what it's been.
So they dropped to 6.6. They went back up, and
Yeah,
I mean, it
but when
depends on your credit, though, too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it
people
depends.
don't know that. Like,
Yeah,
or
credit score
forget
is
that.
credit score is really important, and thanks for bringing that up, because the credit score thing can be a $200 a month difference with these price points, and if you have, and sometimes like a 706 credit score, while still good, it's not as good as the rate I get for 740, and it could simply be a little bit of pre-planning on your credit report and pay something off, or even some cases add a new account could increase your credit score and save you $200 a month. Like there's a lot of things that could happen, especially if you're not putting down a full 20%. Your credit score can indicate your mortgage insurance being more expensive. It could also indicate your hazard insurance being more expensive when you go get State Farm or whatever insurance company you're dealing with.
Right.
If the higher your credit score, the better insurance you get.
Okay.
And that's the same for your cars. That's the same for a lot of different things. So your credit score can change pretty drastically if something bad happens, but also sometimes it could be that you just don't have a lot of history with credit, or you only have I don't use credit. I only have one credit card and I barely use it. Well, those are the people that often have the biggest swings in their credit score, because the moment they go put a trip to San Diego on their credit card and they haven't done it before, now all of a sudden their credit balance went from 1,000 to 4,000. And it's not a big deal because I have a $10,000 limit, but now you hit over a threshold of utilized credit. Now your credit score dropped from 750 to 705. While still good, it doesn't qualify for the best. So getting involved with us sooner.
Yeah.
Like this just happened yesterday. If somebody's trying to buy in September, calling me now was really smart.
Get the game plan going.
Because we talked about it. Hey, I want to buy in September. I'm like, okay, you have 6 weeks to fix your credit.
And do you do like credit consulting?
Yeah.
Like, hey, do this, do that, don't do this, don't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we went through it, and he just went on his Credit Karma, so it didn't cause a credit score. It was free, and we just went line by line. I'm like, okay, and it ended up with this particular person needed to add a credit card because they didn't have very many, and they had $1,000 limit, and they kept using it just a little bit, but it would touch up $500, and when it would touch up to $500, his credit score would go from like 715 to 670. Because it looks like he's gone from 25% utilization of his credit to 65%. and now it looks like he's almost maxed out,
Mm.
and it's all over the difference between $300 and $600.
Mm.
Like that's not very much money.
Yeah, yeah.
But that can totally affect his score because he only has $1,000 credit card balance,
Sure.
or a limit, $1,000 credit card limit. So he needs to get another limit, needs to increase it, and then that way, if he has a $5,000 available to him and he uses 1,000, that's probably what is normal in his budget, and it will only increase his credit score because now he's using, out of the 5,000 that he could use, he's only using 1,000 of it.
Okay.
So it ends up being really good for him financially, credit score, and just in his, planning of how he's going to go about owning a home, and having a little bit of credit for those unforeseen expenses.
Okay.
Those are the kind of things that you need to do 6-7 months before you purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Because now when we pull his credit for real, like say July, he, instead of being 670, he'll be 715 to 725, hopefully, maybe even 740.
Okay.
So, and then if we do it in July and it's still not there, I still have 90 to 60 days to fix something else.
Yeah, yeah.
So the sooner you get with us, and that could save this person $200, and it could be the difference in him getting a $400,000 house and a $430,000 house.
Okay, that's a big difference.
Yeah, and there's a big difference there. That's the difference between maybe 20 miles of drive time.
Yeah.
That,
the traffic's not getting better out there. I've been all over. It's there's road construction and there's more people here and apartments, so traffic's not getting better.
Is it like a world record to see if they can do construction on every
man,
road?
It's everywhere.
It
so
makes
bad.
No sense.
Yeah, it's.
I thought we were short workers.
Yeah.
I thought we didn't have road workers. Like,
yeah.
How are they doing all these road jobs? It doesn't make any sense.
It's bad. Yeah.
Like, can they hurry up and fix it?
I know, it's so bad.
It's so tough. And the fact that they have the 202 jacked up too.
202 is rough. Yeah.
Like you would think they wouldn't have the roads right off the roads, like Val Vista by the hospital.
I can never keep track of which ones are open, the exits, the entrances, and close and whatnot. But yeah, well, man, it's heating up out here. This might be I think 3 weeks ago was our last episode. It was raining and cold, so we were inside. Now we're outside in the morning. I think it's 80 degrees out here. It's not too bad, but this might be our last outdoor episode with summer.
Dude, the weather the last 3 or 4 days, actually since last Wednesday,
last week was beautiful.
It was like breezy and maybe windy last Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday when we had Mike's services, it was like the best day.
It was nice. Yeah, that was
Thursday,
beautiful.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Like the weather has just been, I don't know. I wish if it could stay like this.
Oh yeah.
I don't even mind if it goes up to like 90, but then at night when it's nice and cool in the morning.
Mornings are nice. Yeah.
Mornings are cool and you almost like slightly. I wore a long sleeve t-shirt.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't know it said 70. I was like, brr.
Yeah, it's going to heat up today. I think 90. So
I really enjoyed the weather, and I'm looking forward to. I think this month is just going to be. It's just something about April's weather. I like watching the Suns and the Cardinals and the things outside.
Oh man,
but
you don't like watching the Suns right now, though.
Well,
jeez. this stage. Okay, I think this will just. You ready?
It's just gonna be like,
Oh, we're on.
yo, he's
Okay,
back.
we're back, man.
What do we have? A little
The computer died.
little battery problem.
Computer died there. Yes. So sorry, guys. We're back.
Dar was up looking at baby names, so he had to.
We're back inside here. You know, coffees for clovers. Just a little Ted Lasso believe up there.
Oh, the believe. I heard there's gonna be another new Ted Lasso here soon.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. So
I'm excited for it. I wanted to ask you a few things. So,
okay.
How would you say the sellers are reacting today? So if you're talking about the general market, where do you see the opportunities for sellers to be aggressive?
I mean, pricing is where it's at. You know, you got to be competitive. It's, you know, some sellers are stuck in 2021. Mm-hmm. You know, and what we did then doesn't work now. So you get to do different things. You know, you got to prepare. Ad stage.
Hey, we're back again.
Back again. Okay, Wi-Fi went out, so we're in a hotspot now. So hey guys, sorry. Cox.
This is a rough spot for Cox.
Suck it, Cox. Went out this weekend at my house, you know, on Sunday.
Cox cable.
Cox. Anyways, yeah. So sellers
got to be aggressive.
You need to be real. You know what I mean? You don't need to be super aggressive. Be real. You're probably going to do concessions. Be prepared to do repairs or give a credit. So. But hey, the market's still good. Chandler is the hottest market in town right now. It's the seller's market still. Yeah, where most other cities are not. You know, they're buyers, slight buyers. You know,
okay,
not like it's a buyer's market. We're giving houses away. So just a slight buyers. But yeah,
that's good to know.
Yeah. So
I've been seeing a lot of people call me this last, I'd say like 3 weeks, and even at the family events where there's a lot of people that are not in homes. There's a lot of people the age of like 24 to 34 that are not homeowners. And they're constantly asking me, what do I got to do? How do I got to do it? So there's two things that I kind of figured that have been repeatedly coming up. One is you got to somehow get to 20 grand. If you get to 20 grand, you're in the ballgame.
So save for the
If you can save for 20 grand, get 20 grand, get a gift of 20 grand, take 20 grand from retirement. These are all ways that I've helped first-time buyers in the last month. Mm-hmm. One of them took a 401k. One of them got a gift. One of them was saving. One of them was saving with a gift. One of them was a wedding gift. So these are all situations that are happening live, but the $20,000 mark seems to be the number that we got to get to one way, shape, or form. if you can get to the $20,000 mark without having to use any down payment assistance program, you get to a payment that a first-time home buyer is starting to accept.
Yeah.
So in the previous year or two, they didn't want to accept this higher payment. Now it's time. Like they're accepting it. They're seeing houses that are being negotiated with. They're getting seller concessions to help get into the house the best they can. But for those of you out there, if you can get to 20 grand, give me a call.
And maybe get the payment close to what they're paying for rent.
And they can get the payment
not the same or less, but maybe close or a little over.
It's within reason.
Yeah.
And it's to the point. And it's to the point too where
it makes sense then.
You get into your house that you like,
Yeah.
and you might be dating that rate, and you might not enjoy the payment, but when you're young, your income usually continues to go up.
Yeah.
So you're going to end up having higher income, so that payment gets easier and easier.
Yeah.
And then I can't guarantee it, but at some point rates are going to drop.
Yeah.
And I was figuring out, I was like, if we had a 1% rate drop, you start here, you get a 1% rate drop. It's like $350 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now fast forward, I don't do anything. I wait for the second round. So now all these houses that are there's like a lot of houses for sale.
There is, but it's still low overall. So you're going to hear inventory's up. I think it's 25,000, but the houses are selling though. The houses are moving. You know what I mean? So they're moving, and the inventory is still low relatively.
So what I'm predicting is going to happen, like let's say you're in the mid to low 4 range.
Yeah.
This seems to be the market that I get these first timers in. Then they go from 420 right now, and the payment's like just a tad under 3,000 a month, and they're okay with it, right? They're figuring it out.
Yeah.
But what happens if we wait till the second round? Well, all the people that sold, they're going to sell for like, let's just use 425 as a mark. Now people that these houses all sold for 425. The next agent's going to come in and say, okay, then you're going to be 10% more than that.
Higher, yeah.
And so now the next round is going to be 465.
Yeah.
And now, so what you could have got for 420, now you're going to pay 465. But instead of competing against, like, say, 3 other people, because rates are now 5.5, you're competing against 10.
Yeah.
For the same 465 house. So now it's 475, and now you're 10.
And you can't get closing costs. You can't get repairs. You lose some negotiating power.
So instead of needing 20,000 to get in, you need 30 or 35.
Yeah.
And so your payment's higher, more cash out of pocket, more gift is needed, more out of retirement. All these different things are happening. That's why I'm like, I'm not sounding the alarm yet.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty close to saying, if you're a first timer, you're in the 420 range housing market, and you're not pre-approved, you need to get.
And summer's a good time to buy. The market's slower here in the summer in Arizona. The rest of the country, that's their busy time. But it's hot as hell here. People are out of town, but summer is a good time to buy. I always say summer and holidays because it's slow. So that's a good time to buy,
I think there's going to be some
big deal.
I think there's going to be some opportunities if you're not too picky. So what I can see happening is some houses that have maybe been sitting on the market that don't get picked up this spring. It's going to be June, and it's going to be 120 outside, and that property is going to be on a discount.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're going to be trying to decide if am I going to wait another 4 months for the next buying season, or am I just going to dump now?
Right.
And the holding cost of the mortgage for 4 months might be 10 grand. They might just drop the price, just 10 grand and get out.
Yeah,
and that could be the advantage of buyers. So I think we're in this market where if you have a good house, you're going to sell fast. If it's not so good, you need to get on the market. You need to get some feedback, and you need to understand what it's going to take to sell that house. While also, if you're dealing with, I don't own a home yet. So you can see where this is a time where I think negotiating is at its best. We haven't seen it like this in a while. And I truly think I'm seeing a balanced market where
it's pretty balanced right now. Yes, like I said, slight edge to buyers, but not much. Pretty balanced. Yeah.
Yeah. And all this activity is happening, everybody, without interest rate help.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. This is not a political thing that's causing.
But once the rates go down, it's going to be.
Then it will become a political thing. But right now, this is
change like that.
Right now, this is just people's lives needing to change and needing to move their houses around, and interest rates are not part of the new movement that's been pushing activity. I've been feeling busier. There's a lot more houses to choose from.
Yeah.
And if and when interest rates cooperate to help the buyers,
It'll change dramatically.
Because I also think there's a lot of people that are in houses right now.
They don't want to be in.
They don't want to be.
Yeah, they're waiting for the rates.
And they're waiting for something to list and waiting for the market to change. And they don't need to sell, but they want to, or they need to downsize because their kids left, or they want to upgrade because they're having 4 babies.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
oh man,
there's some good stuff. So
yeah,
I would get with us.
Speaking of good stuff, downtown Chandler, there's a new place we can walk here from our office. We went to the pre-grand opening, George and Gather.
Yeah.
Super cool spot. It's open for breakfast, lunch, dinner. They got a little market in there, a coffee shop, gelato.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I've already been there. I took Whitney last week for lunch. We went for breakfast. We went for lunch. I went for breakfast one time, but it's super cool.
Yeah.
If you want to go, let me know. We'll meet you there. We can literally walk there.
Yeah, we can literally walk. It's a really slick setup. I really enjoyed it.
I took a bunch of pictures. I need to post them for you guys. So check out my Instagram, Facebook. And then there's another one right by it.
George and Gather.
George and Gather, yeah.
And it's on Washington and Fry.
Right behind Flo.
And the Jersey Mike's that you see along Arizona Avenue. It's right behind that. You won't see it unless you kind of drive.
Yeah, it's hidden, but it's very nice. It was an old auto shop or mechanic shop or something, and they did a really first class job on it.
Yeah, Amber and Mike set that place up.
Yeah. And then next up, Jersey Mike's, the old Buque Beach, the Mexican brewery, is rebranded. It's called Agave something, I forget, but I went there for dinner. Very nice as well. I'll post it as well and tag them so you guys can check that out. But 2 cool new spots in downtown Chandler here. Yeah.
I really like the vibe in downtown Chandler.
It's awesome. Yeah. Maple House is a good little coffee shop down there. It's to go to.
Of the, Mill Avenue, downtown Chandler versus Gilbert.
Gilbert's busy, man.
Gilbert's
I was down there
busy.
Recently. Its parking sucks, and it's nice and it's great, but it's busy.
Yeah, it's not something you can just drop in.
No.
Like, we can go work out Saturday morning and then just cruise through downtown Chandler.
Get a spot.
Easily park, easily grab a coffee, easily grab brunch.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like a chore.
Yeah. You can park at the office here, guys, if you want.
True, yeah.
Free parking. It says pay, but it's free for you watchers.
It's free for watchers.
For the Valley Vibes audience. Oh, man, what else? I got my golf tournament coming up. If you want to sponsor a hole, these guys always do. If you want to play, let me know. It's May 17th.
May 17th. And it's teeing off of cancer. So we got to hear at the office meeting here the other day.
Yeah, that was cool.
The little boy it's a 6-year-old with leukemia, some really rough form of blood cancer, I believe.
Yeah,
and right now he's in remission.
He rang the bell or the dong.
He rang the bell recently, and now we're just going to try to help him with a lot of the medical bills, as I'm sure you know. And then not only that, the time away from work.
Yeah, for the parents.
Constantly have to be there, and then the brain to have to deal with all that. So we're trying to help the family and get them going on. It was a pretty cool,
good young family.
Pretty cool story.
It was, yeah.
He was a nice guy, so I'm looking forward to helping him out.
Yeah, sad deal, but the good news is he's doing good and in remission. So hopefully it stays gone, and we want to help him with his bills. So it's all on my website. You can donate if you can't. If you want to just donate money, you can donate to that. They have a GoFundMe. It goes straight to them. All the proceeds from golf go straight to them through our foundation. But if you want to golf or sponsor a hole, it's a fun time.
Yeah, and if you can't golf and you're like me and you hit like 2 good shots a game,
doesn't matter.
Yeah. They have one hole last year. We were shooting it with the Canon.
Yeah.
There's a party hole. There's a DJ hole. There was another
DJ party hole shot.
There's a shot hole. There was some chips. Like there's always something new. Sparky's
coming this year. Sparky's coming.
So if you got your ASU pictures,
just at the beginning, you get pictures with Sparky.
Come get picture with Sparky over at the golf course.
B12 shots. We have a cigar guy coming with cigars. All kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Want to make it a fun tournament. It's not serious golf. It's goofy golf. It's Phoenix Open Party.
Yeah,
tournament.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
that's
kind of the vibe we're going for.
We just had one this weekend for Trent. Him and 8 of his buddies went out, and I was like,
saw that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You just get 2 carts, 8 guys or girls just hanging out, having a good time with good weather.
Yeah.
And
May 17th. It's early in the morning, so the weather's still nice.
Yeah, it'll be great. And it'll get a little warm in the afternoon, but you'll be done by then.
We're done by then. We're done by 11, I think, usually. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Well,
Is there anything else that we need to talk to you about, Dar?
we cover sports. We got sports going on. I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks, everybody. Sorry for the technical stuff. We had a battery issue.
Battery,
cops,
Wi-Fi.
but look, this is what happens in real life and why you want to do business with us, because we just keep going.
We adapt, man.
You know, we just adapt. This is like exactly what happens in a real estate transaction.
Man, shit happens. You just gotta roll
boom,
with
boom,
it.
Boom, and you figure it out and come back together, close it
Yes,
up.
sir. Good one.
All right,
Episode
man.
12.
Love you guys. Have a good one.